Welcome back to the Bluffton News. We're here now with Miss Constance Martin-Witter of the Bluffton Historical Preservation Society, and she is the historical interpreter for the Garvin-Garvey House. Is that correct?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm the interpreter over at the Garvey House, which is located on Wharf Street and the May River across from the oyster factory. And the home has been restored by the Historical Society and the county and the town of Bluffton working together. It's the last remaining freedman's house on the May River, and it reminds us of who Cyrus Garvey was and his journey as a freedman.
That is absolutely wonderful, and we know this was a very exciting project.
Yes.
We were all watching this very closely when it was happening.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the construction.
Well, the construction is so unique because Mr. Garvey built that home with his own hands. He used material throughout the town after the burning of Bluffton in 1863. He went around and pulled out materials that he needed and those that he could cut from himself using his own hands, and he used what's called hewn lumber, and he also used a tool called the adze tool, A-D-Z-E, which is a single blade that's used for carving wood. So he put the home together by his hand using cypress stumps as his foundation, and he built a two-story home with a half parlor and an extended kitchen on the back where he and his family and his son Isaac, his wife Ellie, and later on their grandson Paul and his wife Miss Jenny lived for most of their life here in Bluffton.
Wonderful. Now, a lot of us are familiar with the home itself. Maybe not as many of us are familiar with the man himself.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Cyrus Garvey.
Well, Cyrus Garvey was born in 1820. His mother was a slave, and his father was a white plantation owner. Maybe James Garvey Hall Plantation. James may have been his father, but we don't have information on that. But his last name was taken from the James Garvey Hall Plantation, and that's how we got his name, Cyrus Garvey. He was born, as I said, in 1820, and after Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, he had the choice to leave, and he could go north and take his family, but he decided to stay. And he was given the opportunity to work on then the Joseph Baynard Plantation, which is located somewhere near Palmetto Bluff. He worked there and saved his money and bought his own home. Joseph Baynard had a summer home in Bluffton. Bluffton was used as a safe haven for many rich plantation owners to escape malaria, mosquitoes, and disease. Bluffton is an area that we cherish because of its location, and its high bluffs protected many of the residents from the disease and the summer heat. So Joseph Baynard had a home which was burnt during the burning of Bluffton. Cyrus Garvey was given the opportunity to rebuild on that land. He built the home by his own hands in 1870. And he then paid for that land, $450. After about 20 years, he was able to receive a deed for the land, and then he bought the rest of the land from the front porch down to the water from the county for $10. So he was a very important person in our community. Not only did he survive slavery, he was also a very religious man. He was a man that showed the true essence of faith in God. And he lived and he worked in our town as a plantation overseer for other freed blacks, and he continued to be a role model in our community.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful story. Now we are running out of time, but quickly,
Okay.
I want to make sure that our viewers know when they can see this home, when are the tours, and how can they find you on social media?
Okay, they can contact us at thehaywardhouse.org, or they can call 757-6293, or they can go on the town's website. But the tours are on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we're having a Juneteenth celebration in June that I want everyone to kind of keep watch of and join us at the Hayward House on Wharf Street and the May River.
So that's the Hayward House on Wharf Street that you can get information. The Garvin-Garvey House, of course, as well.
The Garvin-Garvey
yes.
House is on Wharf Street.
That's right.
The Hayward House is on Boundary Street.
On Boundary Street, that's
Yes.
right. So that is, what was that, 757-6293?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
We'll be back soon.